Welcome to this week's podcast. We got lots going on today, especially because it's it's Tuesday. I'm 2 days ahead of myself. But lots of great things happened last week in Warrior Nation. I want to recognize some things that went on and set ourselves up for the spring season. On Tuesday of last week, we hosted Skyline in the gym all day. We had the girls earlier in the day and the boys later in the day. It was awesome to see all the students come out and support our basketball teams as they competed. The girls ended up beating Skyline. With that, coupled with a Dobson loss later that day, made us the outright region champions, which is a huge accomplishment for our girls basketball team, for them to be the region champions. If Dobson would have won, they would have been co-region champions, but it's nice to not share and be the kind of the first in a long time, the first champions in a long time. Boys had senior night along with cheer and palm later that night. It was a great game. Skyline ended up pulling away in the fourth quarter, but our boys battled really hard. Congratulations to all senior boys basketball, cheer and palm. They were also able to be recognized at halftime. It was a very good night for all of Westwood. There was a lot of crowd support, a lot of people in attendance, and it was a very cool day for us. With us having the region championship, it set us up well for state. We'll talk about that here in a second. But later on last weekend, we traveled up to Prescott to the wrestling state championships. We had 4 girl wrestlers in the state championship tournament. Stephanie Valencia ended up taking 5th place. Congratulations to her. And Talia Armstrong was crowned a state champion. Congratulations to Talia. If you're out there, if you know Talia, give her a high five, a shout out. She's our first female state champion wrestler at Westwood. So it's a huge accomplishment for her, a huge accomplishment for our wrestling program. Just kind of proves that the sport of women's wrestling is growing, and it's awesome to see all the athletes compete. I was able to go up to Prescott this weekend and watch our teams compete. Our players carry themselves well. They represent Westwood incredibly well. It was awesome to see. Last week also was our first week for spring sports. I know baseball had tryouts, softball had tryouts, boys volleyball had tryouts all last week. Both tennis, boys and girls were out there. Sand volleyball was out there. Lots of different sports. It was awesome to see all the players getting ready for those spring sports as the teams were made throughout the week. On this week, the only thing we've got going on this week, it's huge, is tonight, Tuesday, at 7 o'clock, we host Xavier in a state championship or state playoff game, the first round. They are the 10th seed. We're the 7th seed, and it'll be a big one. We're orange. First 50 students in the gate get pizza. First 100 fans total get foam fingers, so there's lots of really cool things. If you come to the gym tonight. It is $5 for students, $10 for adults. It is an AIA game, so only the AIA passes get you in as far as that goes. But congratulations to our girls. Good luck to our girls. They, like I said, will compete tonight, so hopefully we have a lot of people out there, a lot of people supporting our girls. Next podcast, we will pull in some of our girls basketball players. We'll pull in Talia, our state championship wrestler, to give her a little bit of a preview. And then we will also talk about some of the stuff that happened at the Spring Sports Assembly that's happening on Friday. So Friday this week, we've got the Spring Sports Assembly. We've got state playoff basketball today in our gym. Tomorrow is the Spring Sport Parent Night. If you have a student playing the spring sport, that'll be at 6:30 p.m. in the auditorium. So not a ton going on, but enough to keep you busy. As always, follow us on social media, listen to the podcast, tell your friends. This is, like I said, a short podcast, but we should have some more guests in the studio for next week. So hope everyone has a good week, and we'll see you next week.